Welcome back. What you're seeing behind me is a whole lot of trash. This is what things looked like in southeast Houston in a neighborhood on Tuesday. Residents here say illegal dumping is getting out of control. Now, to be specific, this is happening in a neighborhood called Hill Park Place along Hall Ranch Court and Hall Lake Drive. One homeowner tells KPRC2 trash has been building on this corner for months. This right here is a live look on what things look like today. Still a lot of trash. Our Kathy Hernandez is out there. She's been out there all morning long working to see what city leaders plan to do to address the problem. Now, earlier in the year, homeowners say city officials helped clear trash, but it has since returned and has even grown in some spots. Some say they've tried contacting the city for help, but nothing has been done.
I've reached out to Councilman Martinez's office. I've reached out to 311. I was on my way to the mayor's office because I'm not afraid, I'm not ashamed, and I hope that I'm vocal enough that they'll understand that I'm just speaking up for others who need the help.
That homeowner says she reached out to KPRC2 after our story aired about another illegal dumping site in Houston's South Park neighborhood. This is what things looked like before and after the city cleaned up that area. Residents say they've been battling the eyesore for months, reaching out to the city through 311, but saw little to no action until we stepped in. Joining me live this morning is KPRC2 reporter Rilwan Balogun, who's been following this story very closely for us. Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for coming on the show this morning.
Good morning, Zach.
So listen, based upon our reports, this appears to, be a major problem for several communities throughout the city of Houston that's been going on for quite some time now.
Yeah, listen, we know that there's been a trash backup for months, it really exacerbating after the May derecho and then Hurricane Beryl. So it's only exacerbated. City of Houston Solid Waste Department telling us earlier this year that they were backed up and they had plans to pick up all of this debris from the post-storm heavy trash pickup. But there are people still telling us that while, yes, this has been addressed, they're not coming as frequently as they should be. And that's what Councilmember Joaquin Martinez confirmed with me yesterday, said that particularly this neighborhood that we visited yesterday in Southeast Houston, he said, yes, that they haven't had their pickup in some time because there is a backup with solid waste departments.
Talk to us, Rilwan, through your reporting. I know you've learned about the different sites and how many sites the city has for folks, the county has for folks to go and dump their trash at. Talk to us about where people can go to find out where they can bring their trash and the costs associated with that.
Yeah, so listen, the city, along with the county, do have several drop-off areas across the area as to where people can drop off these heavy waste items, but it is at an additional cost to them. So this is why some people will just wait for the monthly heavy trash pickup and put it outside of the home when solid waste department is supposed to pick it up. That's what the homeowners tell me in the Southeast Houston neighborhood, saying that they stopped putting it, at least one homeowner says she stopped putting it in front of her yard because she told me she hadn't seen the solid waste heavy pickup crew show up in 3 months. So instead of putting it out front of her lawn, she has now put it in her garage because she says she doesn't trust how inconsistent the trash pickup really is. And she said previously she's paid to have people come and pick up her heavy trash because she just didn't know when the city of Houston will come by and pick it up. And others have shared with us that, yes, they have gone on the city's website, solid waste department, to find out the nearest drop-off location to them so they can go to those locations and drop off those large heavy waste items that haven't been picked up by the city. So yeah, there are locations across the city people can drop these items off at, but again, that is at an additional cost to them.
I want to go back to illegal dumping in specific spots. We've seen this happen throughout the city, as you have referenced in your reporting. People going to one or two locations, specific locations, to dump all of that trash. What penalties are associated with this type of illegal behavior?
Listen, if you are caught, you will be fined for these items. And so that's what, speaking with city officials this week, they said they do have cameras and they plan on deploying more cameras to these troublesome spots across the city where they know that people do these illegal dumping to try and catch these perpetrators. So they hope to get these cameras up in locations so that they can get the driver's plates of these people who are driving up and dropping off the trash, so they then can find them for each piece of item that is dropped there. So that's what I'm hearing from several people. Now, obviously, these city leaders aren't trying to tell us exactly where they will put these cameras as to like a warning for these folks who are illegally dumping. But they do share with me that, yes, there are cameras and they plan on deploying a lot more. And if you are caught illegally dumping across the city of Houston, there are fines and penalties for it.
Yeah, certainly a deterrence to those looking to just offload their trash anywhere. If people are watching right now and they're saying, hey, we have this problem in our neighborhood, they, of course, are encouraged to reach out to you to tell you about it, but also to report it to authorities.
Yes, that's the big thing. Thank you for sharing that. The city leaders tell me you have to report it to 311. And I've spoken with people this week who said constantly, yes, they are reporting these items, these issues to 311, but they're getting nowhere. But that should be your first step, is reporting it to 311. This way, you have documentation, you have filing that, hey, I have put this out on notice to the city that this is an issue that we want someone to address. Stay with the city, follow up multiple times, email 311 officials with the Department of Neighborhoods. That's a good place to start, with also the Solid Waste Department. Send out these emails. And if at last resort you're getting nowhere, reach out to us and we'll see what we can do. But best thing to do if this is an issue in your neighborhood is to reach out to 311.
All good information. Rilwan Balogun, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We do appreciate it.
Thank you.